Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Kaiserreich on the Hearts of Iron 4 engine. Wow. And please help this series continue by watching, of course, liking the videos, sharing the videos. There's that share button on any sort of social media you happen to follow, be connected with, whatever, and tell a friend in real life or something, or an enemy even. Oh good, we got this province back, but now we gotta come back to... Now do we? Yeah, we need to come back to here. I think with some of them we'll leave those 7 infantry units there. Oh, it looks like we're crossing here, are we? Oh my god, are we actually getting across this river? Okay, those will stay here because we don't want to lose this province, and these will stay, and that'll stay. Wow, looks like we're moving across this river. So yeah, tell a friend, keep it going. It just, viewership has been a little bit low on this. I don't know whether most people are watching the live stream version as one big chunk and just not watching the later showings of it, or what. Now we're moving forward, but we're still going to move these guys here, I think. Okay, our corridor is moving pretty wide. Yeah, I think we'll come to here with them. Who is this? Diplomacy. Oh, no, I'm talking about who's taking this. Sardinia is taking this. Okay, well, let's see if we can get these guys. How? Okay, 29 of 38 days planning has been done. And we are across, everybody. We are across. Although there is fortifications there, we are immediately plunging into the attack to keep them from organizing, reinforcing, whatever. Now these divisions, and these divisions, and well, I thought we stopped a bunch of, well, these divisions and these divisions are all gonna jump into that battle. Where's the British Navy? You mean up here? Well, I can't send naval or air forces into German-controlled bases, so I'm limited to the bases that I control. And we're back here. Okay. I just like not doing larger than 100 squadron units, 100 plane squadrons, whatever. Okay. Once you get there, you support over France, go after fighters and bombers. You support out to here, fighters and bombers. Of course, you out to here, go after shipping. You're going tactical bombing, and so are you here. Once you're formed up and going. Okay, James, be back whenever you can. Okay, we pushed into here. Okay, good. Rush north with faster units. Move the mountain troops there as well. These guys can start pushing across here. You joined that attack. You come advancing this way. Okay, they've already made it to there, but they've not dug in. Very good, very good. Well, 4 more days until we can attempt our naval invasion. Not that it will be useless. I think it will still be useful.
Zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle.
Okay, we don't want to take our eyes off the ball up here as well, so let's crush this. Well, send one tank to keep that pocket closed and the other one to crush that pocket. These guys can come down to here. Let's cross the icy river. Let's attack there. Let's put some pressure on here. The militia will help the assault. You will help that assault. You will also help the assault on Tula. Okay. That's significantly opened up our front here. Okay, you come up to there. You got pushed back, did you? Okay, you support that attack. You and you support that attack. You guys attack there with their support and their support. You come up to help hold the city, whatever name it is. You attack there to keep them sort of busy, and you support that attack. There we go. Okay, yeah. Push in the mountains. We want to get us control of as much of this territory as we can. Oh, can we launch? No, one more day.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay, naval invade if we can do it. Hopefully it'll be successful invasion. Would they really have Churchill tanks? Well, no, they wouldn't call them Churchills, I'm sure. But yeah, they very well might have had the same design. Okay, Tula looks, at least for the moment, secure. You guys can support that attack there now. All of you, hammer into that province. You attack there with their support. Okay, you're now there, so you attack here with their support. Okay, we expanded that corridor out massively. Uh-oh, looks like they're getting close to breaking out. We'll see if we can stop that. You attack up into there. You support that attack.
Vorwärts, Männer! Angetreten!
You don't need to keep going that way.
Ihre Befehle?
Shut down whatever that may be there, if there is anything left there.
Bereit!
Let's push there. Okay, back to the critical front. Turin is there now. Oh, good, their new capital, because they are there.
Bereit!
Let's push into here. Let's push into here. Try to grab up as much territory. Okay, this is French territory, not German. Okay, good.
Bereit! Achtung! Zuhören!
Well, okay, 7 divisions.
Ausrücken!
Attack there. With your 7 divisions.
Achtung!
Well, 6 divisions, move north.
Zuhören! Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Achtung!
Okay, Socialist Republic of Italy has capitulated, I guess, to us. Yes. Oh, giving us 50% of their equipment. Okay. Half of their equipment to us. Very, very good. We'll take a look over there in a moment. You push there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
You and you push here. You guys come to here. You push up into the empty space. You push up into here, what may be empty space. So yes, we now have, well, something of the remains here.
Bereit! Angetreten! Zuhören! Befehle! Ausrücken! Angetreten! Bereit! Befehle!
For armor or horsey units, just about everything here. Down into here. With our naval invasion, there's some infantry to give it a real punch. I know often the final outcome of who owns what happens
Ausrücken!
later on, but I don't know how much it is war score versus territorial control versus just defense. So I want as much of the possible Austrian Empire back. Oh, damn, that goes to the damn Genoese. Or the, not Genoese, the Nepalese, actually. Naples. Okay, you guys come up to here to see what we can get a hold of.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Okay,
Achtung.
you 11 divisions, get on trains and head this way. Now we can head fairly large forces out here.
Ausrücken.
Because if we can defeat the Russian enemies,
Bereit.
unless it's Soviet, but they're some other sort of Russians.
Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Because I don't know, unless Toyjet or somebody wants to tell me if there's some other objectives I should be worrying about. Because right now, once I sort of take this little bit of spots, all the rest of the territory is either going to go to these Sardinians or to the Germans. So I don't know whether if just war score would be worth that battle. Or, well, we can push here, I guess. I want to push there.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Bereit. Bereit.
Yeah, I should really reorganize all this, but I keep saying that, never do.
Befehle. Befehle.
Okay, not the infantry. Those guys, the militia.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Well, you need really just to grab as much lands as you can, both now and in the peak. Yeah, I want to get as much as I can. That's so I'm pushing mainly where I can push my front out. And I just want to defeat Russia. I see that as current objectives. Let's look at our... Okay, well, we could use some more anti-tank. Using lots of infantry equipment up, but... Let's see what factories we have available. A few from our conquest, most likely. Okay. Yeah, working back. Okay, so anti-air, anti-tank, and artillery. Well, artillery's a +5, and I don't know if I want to grab a whole 5 right now. Till we do some of that. Let's throw in another one of these. Okay, let's do a 5 of artillery, and we'll do a 5 of infantry equipment, which is now pushing us much more steel. Another 16 would be nice. And oh no, that was too much. No, go back one. We just want to do one of that. Thought I was clicked on here. Okay, yeah, we'll buy from the Germans. Yeah, okay. Okay, yes, we need to move a few of these divisions around here. Get them out of Sicilian territory and use them to suppress our people who dislike coming back under the authority of the Habsburg throne. Do you have free? Yep, we've been at it for a while in the game, and 44. The clock is obviously a bit different than the historical one in that sense. Okay, that is... We'll push into here. We'll push into here. Push into here. Nope, nope. Go there though. And with armor. The normal clock sense of time, you know, what's happening when, it just doesn't really seem for me at least to apply to this game. Commune of France has capitulated. Okay, well, we got a couple of scraps. We found 13 artillery pieces, 5 pieces of support equipment, and, well, 2 heavy or medium artillery pieces. Wow. Okay, we found some scraps. The Commune of France is been capitulated. We're still gobbling up some territory, it looks like, maybe here. Okay, well, doesn't really look like much more. Okay. Okay, so we've got all of that. Commune of France, I guess they get to gobble up the little bits. Let's kill this. Trash the plans, delete all orders, right. Is there a naval invasion? It wasn't as necessary as we thought it might be.
Zum Ausrücken. Befehle.
You support that attack. You and you attack here. You. And you support that attack.
Befehle.
You attack there while you support it. Well, guess good for us. We've been able to hold on to Moscow. It was down to a 1 province connection link back for a while there. Okay, you attack here. That'll shorten the front lines. You attack there with their support. You support that attack as well. Ports of Istria. Okay, so we've gotten some more naval production facilities. Let's see, what path do we... Well, we might be able to unlock some air companies. Tank trials. Well, we push far beyond what most of these air base down in Montenegro. Not that that wouldn't be helpful. Hey, thanks for following. Okay, yes. Our air doctrine. What is our current air doctrine path? Though we've completed it, so, but I'd rather, okay, battlefield support. Ground support plan. Okay, air lures. Okay, well, neither one of these is, I guess, what we followed. Well, it's a battlefield support doctrine. Okay, so I guess that. Just thinking, because none of the research, the air experience is not that it's going to expand air bases. That could be a little useful. Well, some of that might be useful. Tactical bomber models, light bomber models. So we'll get on that. And well, let's see about building some destroyers. Been asked to do this for some time. Light ships. Well, surface detection. Subdetection. guess they're all looking about. I really haven't done any investment in naval warfare because we weren't planning on doing much naval warfare. So I guess these guys. And more steel is needed, of course. Yeah, massive front line in the east, maybe. Okay, well. Fuel's always nice. Rubber would be nice, so we'll do that. I just have had such a bad experience with the AI that I just, not that I refuse to use it or anything like that, but let's then walk over the river to here. But it just doesn't ever, I don't ever want to use it. I know it can be quite useful, but okay, you guys go to there. You can support. Okay, well.
Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken. Bereit. Bereit. Achtung. Ihre Befehle.
You attack there with your support and your support. That should be an easy one.
Achtung! Zuhören! Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken! Zuhören! Befehle? Zuhören! Ausrücken!
Okay, now we have 11 divisions here. Let's send 3 of them this way, the other 8 that way. Their support pushing there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
air support. See, we're pushing them back. Okay, where are we still getting partisans? Okay, well, we have forces enough, I think. A lot of them are over here, which are not really being all that helpful, I don't think.
Achtung! Angetreten! Befehle! Ausrücken! Ausrücken! Befehle!
You guys are ready to push there again with their support and
Ihre Befehle!
their support, which will hopefully be successful now. They're still pushing there. They
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
weren't successful. Okay,
Ihre
well,
Befehle! Achtung! Ihre Befehle! Ausrücken!
you don't have delivery in your town for beer? I hear they do that in Lum's town. It sounded like a place called Lum's Town. No, Lum, where Lum lives. That they do beer delivery.
Bereit!
Which in a way I think is quite smart. It helps cut down on drunk driving.
Befehle!
No, you just go there. So we can cut that off.
Achtung! Ihre Befehle?
Yeah, okay, more money. But see, I just wonder about the cold and how far it is and whatnot. That might be a reason enough.
Bereit?
Depends on that. But nah,
Achtung!
trust me, I go pick up pizza a lot because it's cheaper than it just delivery. Though sometimes, you know, just don't have the time
Achtung!
to go get, because you're busy doing all kinds of things.
Achtung! Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Petrograd looks momentarily secure, so let's see if we can push across this river here. Let's see if
Bereit
we
zum
can
Ausrücken!
put these 3 divisions. Yeah, I understand. I can sympathize very much with that. How are our naval operations doing? Well, we lost 2 airplanes. That's no big loss. Not that I don't care, but I really guess I don't care about 2. So now we've, of course, cleared out many of the enemies actually here. Kingdom of Spain secure. The French Republic sort of kind of exists in France. The German Empire, don't know if there's supposed to be some events to carve up some of this stuff now that we're at peace. So sort of waiting on that. At least at peace with these nations. Yeah, just the one air battle right now that we lost. Oh well, inconclusive. Yeah. Arno, not much in the way of naval operations. We're just still pushing the Russians back.
Ihre Befehle?
Okay, you advance there with
Bereit.
their support and their support.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken! Befehle? Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Well, let's see. We're going to take a look at destroyers in production. Hello, Lucky Luke. How you doing? Oh, yes. No, I'm very much I'm an American from California. Okay, well, let's just look here. Well, let's look here. We'll create a variant. So basically, we have not very good. We just haven't really developed much with the naval. I don't know. Module rear slot. We could do anti-submarine warfare. That's probably what we really need to do here. Or do we want to do mine warfare? Mine rails. Oh, let's fire control system. We do radar there. Sonar 2 there. That would definitely improve things. Yeah, we may just really sort of see about this here. Thanks for poking me a bit. Yeah, depth charges. Mine warfare, mine laying rails. Okay, well. Let's do that. And we'll just go to one of those and then we will switch over to the better stuff. I just didn't even really look. When I put them in there, I just figured they would be decent, but they really weren't. Oh, Leipzig. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, I'm sure the accents. I wouldn't have much of a clue on German accents. I might sort of get the Austrian just because we had an Austrian governor here for a while. Newfoundland, yeah. Okay. Looking pretty good here. Move up, move up, move up. Yes, hasta la vista, baby. Yeah. Yeah, he was our governor for a while. So I might identify that accent, though I don't know if I would identify it as, or when he's speaking German versus other German speakers, I don't know. But he definitely sounds different than other Germans speaking English, which I know is a different thing, but yeah. Okay, you can support this attack. We're not going to give up Moscow, but yeah, if you want to expand beyond it, and you can support, okay. And you can support that. You can support that. Okay, well, let's look at naval techs here. Now, we want to come over here for like anti-submarine warfare or whatnot. Depth charge mortars. Okay, well. We not have a depth charge. Okay, I guess this would be the next depth charge thing.
Angetreten. Bereit.
Support that attack.
Angetreten.
Send all these this way with this unit moving up too. These guys can support the attack.
Bereit. Ihre Befehle.
With their support.
Zuhören.
They're back at this version of Novgorod. Nizhny? That's about the best I can come to that, pronouncing that. But there's lots of Novgorods all over the place. Probably means something like New City or something. And so whenever the Russians founded a new city, they called it New City on the wherever. You attack there, you push up to there, you support that attack, and you push into there. So we're pushing them on multiple places, multiple fronts. Okay, you, well, they got the Moscow defense ring that they're still holding.
Angetreten. Befehle.
Yeah, there we go, that's good. You support it. You guys come here. The armor.
Zum Ausrücken. Achtung. Ausrücken.
No, you go there. Come on, I hate the way this works.
Ihre Befehle. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Befehle. Ausrücken.
There we go. Attacks all along that. Kingdom of Ukraine is doing pretty good. Don't know how much they'll get to keep. Called Kitchener on. It was one of the time before the two world wars. It was called Little Hamburg. Okay, yeah, I get there because you have the big Kitchener recruiting drive during the start of World War I and the deciding to not have Germanic stuff. That happened in America as well. Things were rather anti-German there for a while. Wilson really was a piece of work. President Wilson, that is. You move up, take that. You come to here. Push on that. Oh, I'm sure. At least I would suspect it would have a lot of Germans living there. Support that attack. Okay. One to there. One to there. One to there. Yeah, Oktoberfest. Yeah. That's sort of a southern German thing, I understand it, but yeah, I can see where, to me, Hanover is a bit more northerly, or Hamburg, sorry, but a bit more northerly city, but yeah. All five and go here. Okay, well, what can we do down here? You come to here. You guys come to attack there. You two attack there, and you attack there as well. War screen. We're at war. Okay. Let's see. We've got a lot of our people killed. 3.5 million people, if I'm reading this correctly, between the Danubian Federation and our two allies. So it looks like the Germans have got 18 million people of their people killed. So maybe, does that mean they're ahead of us? They killed more of their people? Is that the goal of the game, so you can kill the most of their people? Now the Commune of France got 7 million of their people killed. Union of Britain 3 million. Russian Republic 4.6 million. So they're not doing bad. I mean, they're doing better than us, and how many people they're killing of their own people. Yeah.
Zuhören! Ihre Befehle? Ihre Befehle? Ausrücken!
Support that attack. You guys. No. You're supporting that attack. I specifically drew over that, but didn't select it properly because this effing doesn't work right.
Auf geht's! Weiter, weiter! Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ihre Befehle?
Well, we can't ever forget what or why we're playing.
Ausrücken! Bereit zum Ausrücken.
War apparently is necessary. I know there's some people that think it's not, but
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
some people feel, for whatever reasons, and maybe good reasons. Okay, now we have the free dockyards to build better ship, the improved version of that last thing. Oh well, let's make sure. Okay, yeah, the Mark II. That's what we want to do. The Mark II. Sometimes for very good reasons, they feel they need to invade other countries. And yeah, I'm not going to say that invading other countries is always a bad thing. And of course, you have to defend yourself from being invaded, so that's another thing. Another worthy thing.
Ihre Befehle. Angetreten.
Unless, of course, your country is not worthy to be defended. Okay, now that you're here, tanks,
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
infantry, motorized infantry, regular infantry, militia down this way, and these castle divisions, whatever the hell they are, up there. What? Okay, well, we lost 5 airplanes and sunk a Russian destroyer out there. How did a Russian destroyer get there? I have no idea. And it looks like we sunk a British Syndicalist submarine there. Very good. And what's okay? Red skull means your losses. Yes, hovering over the number. The nation's losses show they lost the most too. It looks like Russia's halfway to surrender. If you can push them just a bit more, they'll give up. Very good. We hope so. We've taken Petrograd and Moscow, both likely major capitals. Don't know if either one of or both of them were capitals at any one time in this game, but so we've really should be pushing deep on their surrender goals, as it were. Support, and attack.
Ausrücken. Achtung. Zuhören. Bereit. Achtung. Achtung. Achtung.
Well, past division and Austrian division go that way. Big stack of
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Romanian divisions go that way.
Befehle?
There. The Vlad gang, yeah. Well, there are lots of Russian speakers here. My views on immigration rate, well, are controversial. I'm not against it. In fact, I'm for it. It's just, for me, it's how much. And I think it's too much now. So it's not, oh, are you against immigration? No, I'm not. I'm for it. I think California has benefited from immigration, both from other nations as well as parts are the U.S. citizens. But California has way effing too many people in it. And I don't mean, and before, you know, whether it's people later, you know, live stream or later go, you just hate X people. No, I'm talking too many freaking people from Boston, New York State, or Massachusetts, Boston. Too many people from other parts of freaking America are here. There's just too many people in California. And so it's Americans. It has nothing to do with skin color or even ethnicity. It's just too many freaking people here. So, yeah, I think we should have less immigration coming in. That's what I am for. Some is good. We're just gotten to the point of fighting for those chances. We'll do that. So it's just too much. It's not your skin color or your national origin. Now, I do think we're getting too many from some countries of a particular groups. You know, how many Russians do we need? Yeah, assimilation. So assimilation to the culture. There's, and Aries getting me off onto this. You don't want a patchwork. You don't want what sort of happened in Yugoslavia, in which you have a greater town area, metropolitan area that may have two different cities but are sort of touching each other, and they may not be terribly big cities, but that one is, say, Croat and the other city is Serbian. And so then if you have this ethnic conflict at these two cities that live next to each other, and especially one is a recent import, meaning since Yugoslavia was created. So 30 years ago or whatever, when Yugoslavia was breaking up, they were 40 or 50 years old, you know. So it wasn't like we were here for 500 years. No, we were, you know, my father or grandfather moved here, you know, or my father moved here, and I was born there, but, you know, we weren't there very long, you know, moved into this other ethnic community. And so, but that living side by side and two different ethnicities, that causes conflict, okay? It just does. It causes conflict. And especially when one is sort of imposed on the other, that causes conflict. Okay, so you don't want a situation in which you know, don't have a level of assimilation into your culture. You need that. You need large groups. Because I know a lot of, like, Japanese Americans. They're Americans of Japanese descent. They have been assimilated. There has never been a huge flood. It may have, at times, you can look back in history, seem like it, but it's never been a huge flood of either. There were more Chinese than Japanese, but there's never been a really huge flood of Japanese. So they've always been a small community here, and they've assimilated into the community. And post-World War II, for sure, and really sort of in the 80s, sort of brought us sushi locally. I don't eat sushi, just don't want to eat raw fish, but it's a thing that's popular here. So they also bring something positive to our society and our culture. So having some come here, some of any group of people, it doesn't matter, some come here are a nice positive element to here. But we don't want to be flooded. I don't want I want to keep this without sounding any sort of provocative statement. I don't want to live on Mars with the Martians. If I wanted to live there, I would move to Mars, okay? Because all the Martians live there, and if I wanted to live in in a Martian city, I would move to Mars. But conversely, I don't want Mars, all the Martians, to move to my city and change the nature of the city that I grew up in. So some coming here, one Martian family living on my block is cool. Okay, that's nice. I want that. But I don't want every other house on my block except my house to become a Martian family. You just hate Martians. No, I don't. I just choose to live in the society in which I grew up in, which wasn't Martians. And so, yeah, it's that kind of thing. So a trickle of people from around the world, particularly into California, is a great thing. I truly do like it. Now, that doesn't mean that it's a right for every state, every region in the world, or every state in America, every region in the world. But for California, it's cool to have a trickle of people coming from all over the world, because this is California. But to have floods of people coming in, that is what I object to. And so I would put a serious pause on people coming here for a while, and that's for a few years, just a few years, to get the people assimilated that are here and better under control, and then let them trickle in. So that is my views on it. Yeah, too much is too much. Exactly, James. And that's where I'm sort of at there. Hello, Isnipses Isnipses Gamery, I guess is how you translate the numerals and whatnot of your name. Sorry, I'm butchering it. Yeah, okay, now the Mohawks, obviously, the Mohawks and all the other Native Americans might have thought the first few settlers were really cool. They're bringing really cool trinkets and showing up and maybe having some different food and teaching us some different things. But eventually, we overran them. And so, yeah, and I've known very well a few Native Americans, Indians, and they have certain resentment feelings. Most of the ones that I knew are no longer have, burning hatred or passion or whatever. It's just sort of the fact of life. But, they were swamped by Europeans showing up. I don't blame any of the people. I only blame people showing up illegally for coming here illegally. I don't blame any of the legal immigrants for wanting to come here. I have no bad feelings about any illegal immigrants coming here. I have no bad feelings about that. I just wish we had right now, partially because of the levels of illegals, but just greater restrictions on the number. So I don't resent them for wanting to come here. It's our own fault for letting them to come in here. That's how I look at it. It's our fault, not theirs. So I don't know that it was a sin. Conquest is the way of humanity. Just is. They were not very well developed, the Native Americans. That kind of thing. So now we can talk, and the way the Native American warfare was brutal and directed against everybody. They did not have nearly the distinction of military and civilian that we have. And so once they put that brutality, meaning going in and not just massacring, I'm going to use massacring because they would kill prisoners, not just massacring those of the even settler, even non-military settler types, but guys with guns, going after the women and children and massacring them as well. That begot European rage and massacres on the Native Americans as we spread west. So I know Canada's dealings with them are a bit different than America's, but Canada and America, we're both Americans. Just we are the United States of America down here, and you are the Canadian states or territories left over from the British Empire. We're both Americans. Different flavors, just like there's Californians and there's, Louisianans. There's different flavors within America. You're just a different flavor up north from us, but you're also Americans. And I know there's, your government is, oh, we should, First Peoples, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But we can't let literally a Stone Age people not go, oh, well, the Stone Age people are in America. We can't show up. No, sorry. We're showing up. And so, it's just the way it is. And I don't feel any, I might, go, oh, well, the massacre at Wounded Knee or somewhere. Yeah, okay, it wasn't right, but that's the way it was back then. I'll go, yeah, like I say, it wasn't right, but it's just the way it was, and so live with it. I didn't do it, so I'm not going to apologize for it. Now, if today we were to massacre a bunch of people, because this is today, that would be a different thing. But we're not. And so, yeah, fifth generation Canadian, yeah, well, some of my family goes back before the Revolution here in America. So that's how far back I go. And I did have some ancestors that lived briefly in Canada, going from Scotland to Canada. Within a generation, they moved to, maybe some of the children that were born in Canada, and some of the children, there were like 5 children in that generation, were born in America. So yeah, so I've briefly had ancestors in Canada, as well as, the last that I know of, the last ancestor, oh, somebody's landed up here. How interesting. Left Britain around 1900. The earliest, like I say, was before the Revolution in the 1750s. So yeah, I have, so British history is my family history until at least 1900, as well as American history from about the 1750s is my family history as well too. So yeah, conquest. And so, I'm not blaming the Europeans for conquering. Yes, Nova Scotia. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. No, I'm, as you can tell from my thing, Scottish. So I know. I've never been to Nova Scotia, but I know of Nova Scotia. And so, yeah, I don't blame the Europeans for showing up. Don't blame them really for, okay, we killed 2 destroyers for the loss of 6 planes. Don't blame them just because that's the way the world was then. And so, yeah, I'm not going to, if for somehow we found the secret undiscovered continent, sort of like Australia today, that was just a bunch of Stone Age people, or if they were like some of the people from New Guinea, a bunch of cannibals, I'm for colonizing them. And maybe shooting, especially if they're being cannibals, maybe shooting some of them, Yeah, they may use bows and arrows with poison darts or something. I'm not saying massacring everybody, but I wouldn't let a whole continent just go, oh yeah, those are cannibals. They live over on the cannibal continent. So like I say, there are good reasons to invade a country, like invading Pol Pot when he's killing off 1/3 of the Cambodians. That's a good enough reason to invade, like the Vietnamese communists invade, take it over. Fine. I agree with Russian communists invading Chinese communists. I support the communist invasion of Cambodia, against Pol Pot, because that was just, he was a madman in charge of a country. So at some point, I go, yeah, that's a good enough, just general reason, not just because, hey, you have some, because there's another reason is, hey, you have something we want, so we invade. I know they claim that's money, or, blood for oil. It's strategically relevant, though. There's other issues going there. We did not invade Iraq until Iraq invades Kuwait. And then they shot down airplanes, or shot at airplanes and other things, and then we invaded it a second time. There's other reasons. Now, oil makes it relevant because they couldn't afford the modern fighters that they bought, fighter aircraft with oil, if they were just, whatnot. So yeah, there's good reason to invade countries other than just wanting to take away what somebody else has. And so, yeah, Stone Age peoples in America, yeah, we sort of need to go to. In Mexico, Aztecs, keep getting Aztecs, Incas are down here. Aztecs were into mass, thousands at a time human sacrifice. Yeah, human sacrifice culture. Even how bad the Inquisition was in the Spanish coming in. Yeah, no, I still got to go I'm on the Spanish side of the situation over human sacrifice culture, and there were mass sacrifices going on and whatnot in Mexico, and the Aztecs back then. So yeah, I'm sort of, whether they're doing it for greed or for the glory of God, those may not be either two reasons I'm going to support their attacks, but just that they're going after mass sacrifice people. Yeah, I'm with them on that. Yes, hello, Raghar Delshi. How you doing? Irish and Scots, yes. I'm more of a Scots and English background myself, but yeah, good peoples. So yeah, the rant's over. But yeah, so I want to limit current immigration into America, and particularly California right now. Some is good, too much is too much. And I probably err more on the side of less. Well, I did own that state, or I thought I owned that province for a little while. Well, let's occupy some of these other few mountain troops. They like to hang out in mountains. Just keep the partisans down. Not that we're having any problems, but we don't need any problems with partisans. Okay, we're still fixing from either the war or partisans. Damage. Answer more coherent in old YouTube videos. Yeah, you're right. You guys do distract me at times. I do really like the interaction with you guys, so I hope it's fun, but I definitely try with the YouTube to be a little more, oh, you got pushed out, did you? Well, let's push into there. Support that attack. You guys push here. You come up to the front. You come up to the front. No, you 7 go here. The Austrian divisions. The other guys are horses, and you push there. Looks like they're getting BT tanks. Push into there like that. Okay, bring the tanks up, see if we can hold this. Hey, thanks for following. support and support. Okay, Alfred Jansa is wounded. We're not supposed to be that close to the front line. Okay, well, you 5 divisions push into there with their support and their support, so that we create a nice little thing called a pocket. Or a Kessel in the German term, I believe. Well, I don't know how much, once you have a peace agreement, do the Latvians and the Ukrainians get to keep. It may not be terribly much. I don't know. I just don't know. Not that I'm saying they don't. You guys go there, it's empty. You can go there. You push along the river here. You guys push across the river. You guys push there and there. You move up there. You and you push into there. You guys help create a pocket there. I can't send air squadrons into Ukrainian territory because we're not in the same faction, I gather, is the reason. We are both in the war, and they've granted me military access, but I'm not in their faction. So, yeah, I can't use air power here because all my bases are back here in Romania and what do you want to call this? Well, part of the Danubian Federation, but that's sort of the thing. I wish I could send more air power. I would have been doing it a lot earlier. Support that push. Okay, ground support, nice. Yeah, we'll do the air bases. Not that we need them, but they might come in handy. So we can get across that river. Then we can meet up with our tanks and push there. You support that push, and you support that as well. And you support.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten. Ihre Befehle? Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Achtung! Angetreten. Ihre Befehle? Bereit zum Ausrücken. Bereit. Achtung.
We support that attack. Okay, guys, looks like we're ready to push here.
Zuhören.
With their support and their support. And these guys, let's see, they can push into here, here. These guys can support that attack.
Bereit.
Yeah, in the mud. Out here.
Zuhören. Befehle? Angetreten. Ihre Befehle?
Okay, well, we're going to end the episode, not the live stream, everyone, but those watching later on YouTube. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitch. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.